Good evening, Mr. Chairman of the Federation, His Excellency Vice President of Republic of Ghana, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, allow me to express my sincere gratitude to the Federation of Cocoa and Commerce for the excellent organization of this special dinner, and also giving me this particular opportunity to speak about the progress of cocoa trade investment in Indonesia. And of course, thank you for surprise birthday cake tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, as the third largest cocoa producer in the world, Indonesia is greatly blessed by its geographical locations. Introduced by Spanish traders, cocoa was first planted in 1560 in Minahasa and Sulawesi and produced around 11 tons at a time. After Malaysia shifted its cocoa plantation to pulp oil during in 1718s, many Indonesian workforce went back and starting planting cocoa in their home regions, especially in the territories neighboring Malaysia in Sulawesi. Nowadays, with over 1.2 million hectares of cocoa spreading throughout Indonesian island, we are producing an average of 700,000 tons annually. No less than 95% of cocoa plantation in Indonesia is dominated by smallholder plantation and supporting about 1 million households. More than half of our cocoa are planted in Sulawesi Islands, precisely in the south, central and west Sulawesi. This is the region where I come from. That's why tonight I invite all governors of this region and West Sumatra to come here to see how cocoa production will be increasingly. Thank you. I am proud to convey to all of you that cocoa also contributed as the third largest foreign exchange earner in Indonesia agricultural sectors after palm oil and rubber. The production capacity of Indonesian cocoa industry has been increasingly to 600,000 tons in 2015 from 150,000 tons in 2010. Since, however, export revenue of cocoa has been declining due to the fact that greater amount of cocoa are processed domestically for its added economic value, as well as growing domestic chocolate manufacturing and consumption. Indonesia's position now is rather unique because simultaneously being a cultivator, producer, and consumer as well, and importer of cocoa at some time. Indonesia remains committed to continue increasing its production, and I am fully confident to state that by 2020, Indonesia will be significantly increase production by 50% through nationwide plant unification in our national program. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all aware that potential market of processed cocoa will continue to increase along with global consumptions. In fact, the current economic slowdown in many parts of the world does not affect the level of global chocolate demand. Consuming chocolate has become a new world habit. They inform me that any crisis of economy in the world, cocoa consumption higher, because maybe if you have some problem, you eat or drink more cocoa. The EU and US will remain the biggest consumer, followed by Asia Pacific countries. Furthermore, markets such as China, Russia, India, Japan, and Middle East are expected to create more demand in the near future as a result of growing Asian economy in coming years. Allow me at this point to quote a report regarding this growing consumption and demand cocoa. The value of chocolate confectionery consumption in emerging markets, including Asia, Latin America, the Middle East, and Africa, will grow more than 5% annually in 5 years through 2018, more than double the rate of world average. The report stated that food in Asian chocolate has not traditionally been the sweet choice. Right now, India and China, with total population of more than 2.5 billion consume only less than 200 grams of chocolate per capita per year. By Asian economic growth, so will the demand for indulgence created. This year, chocolate sales in Asia are expected to rise 10%, and India expected to see 7% jump. Maybe the committee why the Buddhist statue here and China dragon to a price that consumption there will be increasing in India and China. While Indonesia chocolate sales expected to live 25% within the next 5 years. Overall, ASEAN market are expected to hold a 10-20% share of global market by 2016. Nevertheless, the increase of cocoa demand is not supported by its production capacity too, particularly the limitation imposed by major producing countries. Up to now, Indonesian cocoa export to EU still face discriminatory tariff barrier. We hope that this can be lifted and our farmer can be receiving more income for the welfare of community, and we incentive spirit to producing more. Besides, land availabilities and the topography and equatorials are considered also as big challenge to athlete production significantly. In 2020, in line with decreasing need of cocoa ingredient from Asia and Latin America and Africa, of course, in particular, the International Cocoa Organization estimated the world will be experiencing the shortage of raw materials, as well as the chairman has said. However, in my view, the challenge means opportunity to all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me, who is the biggest country in Asia? Of course, Indonesia. 17,000 islands and 250 million people. Obviously, in Asia next year, in market Asia next year, will be 100 million of total if we realize the Asian community, economic community. And the region is most stable in economic and politics compared with many countries in the part of the world. Indonesia is blessed with so many natural aspects that support cocoa plantations, especially in tropical weathers in vast areas. Furthermore, recognizing the importance of sharing knowledge of this precious occasion, I am proud to convey that Indonesia has established a national movement of cocoa plantations known as Gerakan Nasional Cocoa. Organized by movement, development cocoa Indonesia is based on concept farmers as the focus. Started in 2009, this movement mainly focused on the activities, the rejuvenation, rehabilitation, and plant intensification to increase the cocoa farmers' welfare through elevating cocoa productivity with better quality. We empower over 500,000 farmers as well as recruiting and training the field officer. In addition, we build more cocoa research center, field laboratories, and produce more units of fermented cocoa bean. There are clear evidence that our policies are starting to generate a good result. Some of you may not aware that Indonesian cocoa is well known for its typical characteristic. Our cocoa has a fruity taste with high melting point that make Indonesian cocoa different from the others. Ladies and gentlemen, with over 2 billion invested in the processed food during the 5 years has made it the third largest foreign investment in Indonesia. Some of the world big players already present in Indonesia, such Nestle, Mars, Cargill, Olam, and many others. Moreover, with 600 million investment in food crops in plantation, with the fourth largest foreign investment in fourth quarter in 2014, Indonesia increasingly become a destination of choice. This staggering achievement, but they are just some of fantastic examples of the much wider investment opportunities in Indonesia. Nonetheless, despite all of its promising futures, the challenge remains tax policy. I therefore urge countries to refrain from imposing measures that restrict food development of cocoa trade and investment. In this regard, I feel obliged to mention that with smallholder farmers as the backbone of our cocoa industry, the government is needed to intervene to ensure high productivity by providing sufficient support, especially with good quality plant and better post-harvest handling as well as processing method. According to our own experiences, better productivity will bring high income to smallholders farmers, which in turn will generate high motivation to cultivate more cocoa trees. In line with this policy, I also wish to underline the importance of strengthening international cooperations with a view to increasing global cocoa productivity, particularly in the area of tackling plant diseases and improving processing methods. To conclude, let me state that I am passionate about the power of business to create jobs, growth, and welfare. And I stand here to affirm my government commitment to make Indonesia one of the most competitive places to invest. Tonight, I invite all of you to be part of the future. I urge you to do so for your business and the futures of this very special world of cocoa. I thank you all.